Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Floodsters Sports Zone, along with co-host TJ Chamberlain, and here we are, the first annual episode of Floodsters Sports Zone. Oh boy, we are going to be recapping all of the sports news from over the past week, and this is going to be a new show on YouTube every Sunday at 1 o'clock, sometimes maybe postponed when we eventually get to football season and maybe some NASCAR races we want to cover. But other than that, it's mainly going to be 1 o'clock on Sundays.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be fun. And especially since it's you and me, which is also at least, out of the four major sports, at least 25 teams' number one most wanted person.
Yes, because we are here to talk the logic and maybe to piss off some fan bases along the way. I mean, we do that.
I mean, it's like I'm not going to trigger 10 more fan bases during it. Totally not going to happen.
Well, we'll see what happens. But before we get into all the news, we're going to tell you where you can get the news we are talking about beforehand, and that's right, Floodster Sports Zone on Instagram for daily sports news. I don't lie, and you clearly see here you got all the NHL, all the NFL, all of the NBA, and there's some MLB posts around here as well.
Yeah.
There's not much baseball news going on.
I mean, that is unless you put that Brock Nelson's out indefinitely, which he is not.
Yes, I have edited that, saying he is out for the rest of the year, which we will certainly get to the unders.
We will get to some hockey news during it.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll definitely get to some hockey news. It'll be good because if you miss Power Skate, you'll be able to hear our opinions again on certain stuff. And or if you miss this, you'll hear opinions on Power Skate. So
exactly.
There you go. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
So since we cover the news from all the week, we are just going back all the way to Monday. We are going to give our opinions on the Dak Prescott re-signing. That's right. The Cowboys did re-sign Dak to a 4-year, $160 million contract, $126 million guaranteed with a no-trade clause. He is making $70 million a season, now the second highest paid quarterback. I want to hear your opinions first.
This season he's making $70 million, which I'm like, what? $70 million? I mean, Dak has been great for the number of seasons, I think like 4 or 5 seasons he's been a part of the Cowboys. And then his rookie year was great, but Jared Cook in the divisional round.
Yep.
Rub
the salt.
You gotta rub the salt. There's one fan base. And we're not even
Cowboys off the list. We're 3 minutes in. Cowboys are off the list. All right.
Yeah. Also, there's the one comment of there was the 1% chance of Dak signing. First off, Dak was signing with the Pats regardless. And whoever thought of the idea of him going to the Patriots, I don't know what levels of blasphemy that person would have been speaking, but
hey, listen, you're just trying to shoot down Sean's optimism. Come on now.
Yes, I am. This is what I do.
Boy.
I know a person would just do it words. Meanwhile, with me, as I do it, I have the rifle as I'm doing.
Oh dear.
No mercy will be shown. Get used to this.
Yeah, no mercy will be shown by me either. Not towards, anyone who's commenting on my posts for the most part, but to the management. Listen, I get that you wanted Dak Prescott long term, and I'm honestly happy they figured out an extension, but you do not give this man $70 million in any year. The man has never made it past the divisional round. He was honestly, he led the league in passing yards when he was hurt, but he still wasn't winning the games. Now, granted, I know the Cowboys' defense was atrocious last year. You don't have to remind me of that. But when you take a look at the top quarterbacks, I honestly think Prescott's not even top 5. That might be a hot take. I think he's right now the 6th best quarterback in the league. And really, he has no MVP. I think he's only made to 2 Pro Bowls. it's like, yeah, you wanted to get the extension done, and I get that, but
yeah, but
why sign him for this much?
Yeah, I mean, you overpaid him by at least for this year between a good
30 to 40 million.
exactly a good 30 to 40 million. Now
It's rough. Yeah.
The second richest contract for quarterbacks. Well, AAV wise.
It's like you're telling me that Dak Prescott should be making more than like Russell Wilson right now. I'm sorry, but I just don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it. And also, you want to know who the real winners of this contract signing is? Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes already got his huge extension. We'll talk about that later. But Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, they are looking at this contract and they are saying, "Oh my God, if Dak got that much, imagine what we're going to get paid next offseason."
Resign Lamar, that will be a disaster.
Oh my God. Lamar's going to get like 7 years, like $350 million, and Allen's going to get like 6 years, $270 million. We are about to see some bloated, overpaid contracts here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is why we're going to have a lockout in the next.
Oh boy. It's tough to imagine the NFL in the lockout, because I know when we think of lockout, the NHL and the NBA, but especially with COVID,
yeah,
NFL could hit a lockout sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm expecting it.
I mean, I'm expecting it wouldn't be until like around 2026 before we even get to that phase. But I'd say by 2030, we may only have like a 9-10 game regular season. I don't know if they'll completely cancel the season, but we'll definitely have to shorten the game.
Yeah, this is not a good look for the Cowboys.
It really isn't. And again, it's like, Dak, great player. I get you want to re-sign him, but why that much? That's what kills me.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I guess we can go on to some more NFL news, and we'll switch up sports as we go along. But for right now, we'll go on to the Seahawks releasing defensive end Carlos Dunlap. Now, this makes sense. I agree with this because the Seahawks will save $14 million cap. And, Dunlap coming over from the Bengals, he didn't wildly, succeed expectations. He just met expectations. And honestly, I think the main reason why the Seahawks made this trade was because they thought they weren't losing to Rams in the wild card round. So it makes sense, in my opinion. And then I've heard that the Ravens might be interested. So
Carlos Dunlap goes to Baltimore with that already stacked defense. Oh, God.
That would just be absolutely terrific. And, especially if the Ravens can get a deal done with Ngakwe.
Yeah, I think if they get Dunlap and they get Yannick back, that defense is – if that wasn't already a top 3 defense, oh boy.
That defensive ends are just going to be incredible for Baltimore. Not to mention, even if you're the quarterback and you're just like, oh no, the defensive line's in my face, I got to just throw it away quickly. Okay, we'll have fun throwing to Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Jimmy Smith. It's like they have as good as a secondary as they do a D-line.
Also, while we're on the topic of Marcus Peters, he did also restructure his contract yesterday, saving the team.
Yes, he did.
$3.5 million.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that was smart by Marcus Peters. Honestly, I feel like Peters is a little overrated in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, Dunlap at Seattle. He may go to the Ravens. That would certainly make sense if he did. And we'll see what happens. Appreciate everyone stopping by on YouTube. Jeffrey McKenzie, we appreciate you guys stopping by. Now on to the Raiders releasing free safety LaMarcus Joyner. Again, this is just kind of like Dunlap. I think Joyner's a decent player, but huge salary cap hit. You're going to have to release him, and it makes sense. To target a safety in the draft. We kind of expected this.
Plus the Raiders, during the past couple of weeks, they've been trying to at least trade or cut some of these bigger contracts. Joyner got cut. Richie Incognito got cut. Trent Brown, he got traded. We'll be talking about that later on.
Gabe Jackson as well.
Yeah.
And I have a solution for the Raiders. Cut Marcus Mariota. He's making like $4 million next season. Just cut him if you because it's clear, especially after last season, Derek Carr's your long-term quarterback.
I mean, there were a couple of weeks that Carr was like, yeah, he could be getting back to 2016 form. That was during the first half of the season. Then the second half of the season, just there goes the crash.
Ugh. He still overall played. He was still overall pretty good up until the last 3 weeks.
But I'll admit, Carr is kind of overpriced.
Yeah, Carr's overpriced, but he should be your quarterback for the future. You drafted him in the second round in 2014. He's not the best quarterback out there, but he is sustainable enough long term. He's pretty much Matthew Stafford 2.0 without the passing attack.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's why the Raiders, they're going to have a hard time moving on from him until it's like 5 years down the road. Dan Bailey released by the Vikings. I can't really say I'm surprised by this. I know they signed Greg Joseph a few weeks ago. And
Vikings fans are happy by this.
Vikings fans are happy because he no longer has to kick away games against the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Vikings literally pull off the upset of the season. Hell, they might even make the playoffs if Dan Bailey makes those field goals in that Tampa Bay game. My goodness.
And you did not make the playoffs.
And you did not make the playoffs, and that's probably why, because they lost that game.
Yep, and as a Packers fan, I still show zero remorse to you, Vikings fans.
And then Vikings fans will remind you Mason Crosby missing 5 field goals against Detroit. But here's the thing, Mason Crosby, he only had one bad game. He's back to being pretty good now.
One. That was it.
Exactly. He only had that one bad game, and then he was pretty good again. It's like, but Dan Bailey, you're going to get picked up. Like, I think the Jets will probably sign him, or, a team who's in serious need for a kicker who doesn't want to overpay for one in free agency. Like, Bailey get kicked up. He's a starting kicker. But just not with the Vikings. And I'm very interested.
I can already tell that's going to be absolutely terrible. I think it's going to be terrible if he goes to the Jets.
Oh, yeah, true. He would probably be terrible in the Jets. I'm just saying that would be like a good landing spot, I guess. I don't know, because they have Sam Ficken, and he's not the best kicker in the world. But what I will say about this is Vikings should go out and draft a kicker. 5th, 6th round, whatever, go out and draft one. Would you agree with me?
I mean, yeah, I think get a kicker towards the late rounds. That's what I would say. You don't have to draft a kicker in the first 2 rounds.
No Roberto Aguayo around here, all right?
Yeah, the only kicker we will accept being taken that early is Sebastian Janikowski, because when he in his prime, he was nice.
Very nice. Would make every single. He pretty much made every single kick with the Raiders. Like, he was very good.
Yeah, until his last year in Seattle. That was
when he pulled his hammy in the wild card game.
He pulled his hammy in the wild card game.
Attempting like a 55-yard field goal. Ouch. Sorry, Seabass. He is, in my opinion, a top 10 kicker of all time, though. So you got my respect, Seabass.
I will agree with that there.
Yes. We'll have to do like our own rankings, like do like our top 10 kickers and stuff as the show moves along, like all time, because those would be a lot of fun to do. Because when I don't have Justin Tucker at 1, all the casuals will be like,
like what level of blasphemy, sir?
It's like, bro, the best kicker of all time is Vinatieri. Then it's Morton Anderson. Then it's Gary Anderson. And then maybe Tucker's like around like 5 or 6. But moving on to a man who had his 15 seconds of fame and fell off the face of the earth. Sorry, Malcolm Butler, but that's you. He had that interception. In my opinion, that's the only reason why people even really remember you at this point, because God, his tenure in Tennessee was forgettable. It was just awful. Titans get rid of a bad contract. That was a pretty smart move. I ain't complaining about this one. Again, Butler's a name who's going to get picked up. I could see the Eagles signing Butler, honestly.
If they find a way to get under the salary cap.
I was about to say, yeah, unless they can get under the salary cap. I don't know. Maybe a Zach Ertz trade will take place that'll really clear up some cap.
The only thing is, I don't know who would take on that contract though, because Ertz, even though he was hurt, he had a rough season. I think he had career lows in almost every category.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That would really plummet his trade value. This man just went full Jeff Skinner down the tubes he go.
Full Jeff Skinner. I like that analogy though. Well, on to
now you can't trade that contract.
bad contract exists. Jeff Skinner.
Jeff Skinner.
Jeff Skinner on my mind. Bills releasing wide receiver John Brown and defensive tackle Quentin Jefferson. Again, this makes sense because we'll get to who they re-signed in a second. John Brown, listen, he's fast, but you had to let him go.
Yeah.
You just had to save cap. It's pretty clear that Gabriel Davis and Cole Beasley are top two receivers moving forward. As for Quentin Jefferson, he was okay, but
yeah, if there was one player I thought they could have just cut on the defensive end, I didn't think it would have been Quentin Jefferson. I thought if they were going to get rid of somebody, I thought it would have been possibly Mario Addison.
I was thinking Mario Addison, but I was also thinking Star Latatule. I think he could have also been a release candidate because he's been pretty much injury prone.
Yeah.
For a while now.
They already released Josh Norman earlier.
Oh, and they did release Josh Norman?
They released Josh Norman, I think, a couple weeks ago. They did.
Why did I not know about this?
Did you forget about that?
I may have. Although on Wikipedia it says he's still a cornerback for the Buffalo Bills, so I don't know.
Well, or did he get re-signed and I just made myself look like a total tin can?
I don't think he got re-signed either. I think, he's under contract, and if they don't tender him to a contract, he's going to get released by, Wednesday anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's when the free agency starts. So, yeah, he's going to get released anyway.
Yeah, so he's basically gone.
He's basically gone, which is okay because...
Which means...
Just take me back to 2015, Josh Norman, please.
Which basically now means that, Buffalo, no, not Buffalo's, Nashville's turf is now no longer going to have the grains of Josh Norman.
Pain.
Watering it.
Absolute misery. But anyway, after they released Brown and Jefferson, Bills did end up re-signing Matt Milano to a 4-year, $44 million deal with $24 million guaranteed. This was a pretty smart re-signing. I have been saying it since his rookie year. Matt Milano, the most underrated inside linebacker in the league right now, and really he is. This man should be making the Pro Bowl, but he keeps on getting slept on. Finally, the Bills re-signed him, and they give him a contract.
You know what? Let's just re-sign him to a contract. How much, though? I don't know. And I just took the hat off to reveal just the buzz.
Glorious bald.
Oh, great. Now, next thing you know, it's going to be the SpongeBob memes.
Bald. Oh, my God. We got Floodsters sports memes up in here.
I'm putting this right back on before any meme material can happen.
I am thinking about, in due time, probably even after this episode, I think I'm going to make an Instagram account and, put up on Instagram the funniest moments and stuff. So we may have had our first clip on the Instagram.
Oh, God.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. At the same time, I'm running 4 other Instagram accounts. So
exactly.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ditch the Bortles one day. I don't know. We'll see.
When Bortles retires or no team would give him a shot after this year.
We'll see what happens. By the way, when we do our NFL free agency tracker, we'll get to see where I think the snake is landing. But we'll get to that later on the show. Anyway, Milano gets $24 million guaranteed. I mean, this was smart because, like I said, he's a very underrated inside linebacker, and he went to Boston College, so I got respect for him.
Yeah.
Gotta love the Boston College.
Boston College.
I love the Boston College guys.
Boston.
Okay,
now this move, it kind of made sense.
It kind of makes sense. Sure, Kevin Zeitler's the Giants' best offensive lineman. But yes, it makes sense because you got to save that salary cap.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to save that cap. Although, you could have released Nate Solder, but that's a different story for a different day. He did end up getting his contract restructured. But, yeah. Is what it is about Kevin Zeitler. Maybe the Browns will pick him up again. That'd be kind of cool. We just on the releasing train. We'll switch to some other news, then go back to football in a second. But the Lions have also released cornerback Justin Coleman. They released Desmond Trufant last week. They get rid of Coleman this week. Coleman's going to get paid handsomely. I know he's in his late 20s, but I think it's because he plays on the Lions is why he doesn't get enough recognition.
I mean, at this point, I was expecting Detroit to just make certain moves. I felt like this was one of them.
Yep.
And now free agents is gonna be like, oh wait, there's another quarterback that we could at least somewhat pay less. You know what to do.
Take him to Detroit.
Take him to Detroit. Also, news.
Detroit.
Also, Lions news we're not going to get to. They released Jesse James and replaced him with Josh Hill. Just a little FYI there. So, this is interesting. But back to Coleman. Yeah. I could see the Raiders wanting to throw a lot of money at him. Or the Cowboys.
I could see that. And thing is, I kind of forgot that Jesse James was on the Raiders, to be honest. As soon as I heard Jesse James, I'm
on the Lions?
I'm like, Jesse James. First thing that comes into my head.
Oh, obviously. We know the first thing that comes to your head when you speak of Jesse James. He caught it, by the way. Jaguars were going to get the second seed in the AFC that year, but no.
That wasn't the first thing that came to my head. First thing that came to my head was, oh, you didn't know? Right talk team. Stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah. You got to love Jesse James and the badass Billy Gunn and the New Age Outlaws.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Gotta love the New Age Outlaws. We will be talking about wrestling as well. I don't think this week, but, you know, WrestleMania is coming up.
We'll be
talking about wrestle. We'll be doing our WrestleMania predictions when the matches come out.
Yeah.
Actually, probably the day of WrestleMania.
Yeah, during day one.
Yeah. There we go. We can put predictions for that.
Either day one or day two. Because I know that it's 2 days again.
It's 2 days again? Oh, dang. So I'll have to do it the week before. Okay.
Yeah, we'd have to do it the week before.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, we'll be giving our WrestleMania predictions in a couple weeks.
Yes, in a couple weeks.
I predict the New Age Outlaws come back and win the tag team title. You know, they did do that back in, 2015, though.
If this ends up happening, then, yeah, you are a psychic. But
I'm a psychic if that ends up happening.
I'm the only psychic here.
You are the only psychic. You are the psychic when it comes to trivia.
Exactly.
Which we'll probably end up doing trivia and guess who's and all
that. Which at the same time, there have been things that you have predicted. Like, for example, on a Power Skate account is posting all the old season 1 videos. You predicted Mike Hoffman going to the Blues. But that's pretty much it.
I'm a genius. I'm a genius, bro. Watch, I get everything right. Watch, when we do our free agency predictions later, I'm going to get every single player right but Bortles. You watch. I will laugh if that happens. We'll switch it up. We'll go to some NBA news. And Houston, dear God, we got a problem.
Yep. PJ Tucker.
We got problems.
He's getting traded.
We have a problem.
Though there were reports that came out earlier in the week that Houston apparently tried to trade Tucker to Miami in exchange for Tyler Hero, and that got shut down.
Yeah, why? First off, the Heat are not trading Tyler Hero.
Exactly.
The Heat would be blasphemous to do that. You traded.
Hey, that's my thing, sir. That's my thing. That is my thing. That's gimmick.
Especially for PJ Tucker, it's like Maybe, if he want PJ Tucker, I respect that. But I mean,
Also,
the Rockets
whoever
should
was
get
in
like
the-
a third-round pick in return. Like it shouldn't be for Tyler Hero.
Also, whoever put the 6'3" center, well done. You got me to somewhat laugh at that.
But yes, that's just the scratching on the surface. So
Yeah.
Tucker still a member of the Rockets, but he will not play. He's probably gonna get traded within like a week, if not bought out. And then the other news that happened 2 nights ago: Rockets shooting guard and shooting forward Eric Gordon out 4 to 6 weeks with a groin strain. Oh dear.
Yeah. Not to
They're
mention
dropping like flies now. James Harden left, and now they're all getting
it's
injured.
already bad the fact that Houston played on Friday with 9 people on the injured list. 9 people that were inactive. 9.
It's gotten to the point for the Rockets where it's just like blow it up and rebuild.
Yes.
That's what you got to do, because that Harden trade was all but proof that you can't continue doing what you're doing.
Bending windows shut on your face.
You're done. Why? Make the playoffs as the 8th seed and get swept by the Lakers?
Yeah.
If you want to do that, I don't think so. I don't even think you're making the playoffs, because there's a lot of teams over 500 that are still in the playoff race in the West.
Yeah. The season's already going downhill when the Knicks are in a playoff spot.
Okay, the East is trash.
Yeah, the Knicks are ahead of the Celtics, which embarrassing.
Brad Stevens, please execute yourself. From Boston, don't die. Just don't coach.
Yeah, leave Boston. Leave Boston.
Leave Boston and ruin the Mavericks.
Yeah.
News also happened on a Friday night. The 76ers, the MVP leading candidate, Joel Embiid, out 2 to 3 weeks with a bone bruise he suffered against the Wizards.
Again, this man is made of glass. I am not surprised.
I'm not surprised he's hurt. I guess the better question is Ben Simmons ready to lead this team by himself?
Nope.
You don't think so? I don't think so either, honestly.
Commence order, free fall, collapse.
So I think we can give Milwaukee the East lead again.
Yeah.
Lasted 76ers.
Right, easy. Sorry, Nick, but I'm just speaking facts.
Yeah, I think that's interesting too. Simmons, I just don't think has leadership yet.
Yeah.
Embiid and Simmons combined, they may be able to do stuff.
Yeah, there's 2 things he doesn't have. He doesn't have the leadership, and he doesn't have a jump shot.
He does not have a jump shot. He can't hit a 3 either to save his life. So,
but then when there's like 2 seconds left, he can just randomly put a 3 up and make it.
Yeah.
The only time he can make a 3. The only time.
Oh boy. On to some more NBA stuff.
Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs part ways. Smart. It was about time they needed to break up.
I was expecting this for at least a month and a half.
I was expecting it too. Honestly, I was kind of shocked they didn't do it during the offseason.
Yeah.
Like, they should have done it during the offseason. Like, why'd they wait this long?
Yeah, now they can get nothing for him.
I know, you could have at least traded him for like a mid-round pick or something too. He'll get signed, I'm assuming. LaMarcus Aldridge, yeah, he's old, but he'll get signed. Reunion with Portland for the playoff run? Just saying. Just saying, that'd be pretty slick. You're just agreeing with me, aren't you?
No, I'm thinking.
Thinking about what?
I'm thinking because I'm thinking back to the days when Portland were actually legit contenders.
You're trying to piss me off.
Not you. There's also people that I know that live near me that are Trailblazers fans too.
Oh no, yeah. It's like, man,
you're not the only one.
Waste Damian Lillard's career, bro. Way to waste Dame's career.
And yet, just blame Spanos. Why? Because Spanos is to blame for everything.
Yep. My goodness, I'm right now watching NFL Network, and one of the insiders said the 49ers' top priority in free agency is to pick up Tyrod Taylor. Huh?
What levels of blasphemy?
Insert urinating tree laugh, please. Actually, I can do that. Hold on.
Their main priority should be re-signing Trent Williams. That should be their main priority. Not getting Tyrod Taylor, not trading Jimmy G. Because Jimmy G, when he's healthy, as shown in 2019, he is a capable quarterback. He is.
My reaction to the 40. I mean, you want to pick up Tyrod Taylor. I got no issue with that. But to say it's their top priority? Jeez.
As a backup, he's fine. But not
backup is fine. Honestly, Nick Mullins is an all right backup. I love sticking up for Nick Mullins. He's actually he and Mahomes share a same stat. I forget what it is.
But the thing is, he's not as big. No, never mind. Not saying it.
No. Dude, he's staying on the Bears. Mahomes is staying on the Bears. Anyway, here is my reaction to one of the 49ers insiders saying they should get Tyrod Taylor instead of, an actually bona fide wide receiver too. The urinating tree laugh has commenced.
It didn't even show up in the audio, sir. You did that for nothing.
I did that for nothing? Oh no, Vibe. Killed Vibe. Ouch.
You did that for nothing.
Hold on, we got it. Wait.
You mean like this? Yeah. At least it works for me. Because your computer has no audio. Mine does.
You're lucky. I have to play stuff from my phone. Pain. Your name tree's gonna copyright us too. We better watch out.
Well, I'm friends with him on Discord, so it's fine.
I follow him on Twitter, so we also fine.
And then news that I kind of beat you to.
Well, yes, you beat me too after I told you it. Quentin Cook.
This was funny because this was after Powers.
Deal with the Cavs.
So here's, as we do, it's a little bit of a story time. So after Power Skate, Grant and I, we were in the call still for at least another hour to hour and a half after the show. And then Grant says, someone just signed to a 10-day contract per Shams. I'm like, okay, quickly pull out my phone, go to Shams, and then I see Quentin Cook signed. And then, bam, I quickly put that up right as Grant's about to do the post. So therefore, I beat Grant to it.
But therefore, I saw it first. So therefore, technically speaking.
But technically, did you put the news out on your account first?
But yeah. God,
You think smarter.
Post all the sports news on my main account. Don't bother with any of the sports news, John. Like, why post it?
Again, think smarter. No, think smarter, not harder.
Think smart, not harder. That's okay. Well, I mean, at least I'm building more of a name, and we actually have like a legit sponsor for the show. So
sponsor, yeah.
Sponsor myself, my brand for the brand. Get that.
No, you're not masterpiece. You're not.
Also, real quick, I don't know if you were seeing the McAfee clip where he was interviewing the new Lions head coach,
Dan Campbell. I saw that.
Oh my God. When Campbell asked McAfee for a freaking special teams job, I just started dying laughing.
I know, I did too.
I was like, Dad, no, you can actually be like the special teams coordinator.
Also,
I would have done it.
News that has came out, well, a couple hours ago, but again, neither of us put it till now. Well, I did. Mario Edwards Jr. has re-signed for 3 years with the Bears. 3 years just under
3 years. I saw he re-signed, but I didn't know for how long.
You did not put it up. And
I
again,
did not. I did not.
Think smarter, not harder.
Good. I don't know. I remembered him with the Raiders. He was like, okay. Sorry, I let you down. Whatever. I forgot a Mario Edwards post. Gasp.
Bears fans in the comments were saying extend A-Rob. Oh, that's another thing that we should be talking about later.
Yeah. No, we got that on the list. But first, I guess we can go back to football. Actually, wait a minute. There's one more basketball topic, so we'll knock that out of the park.
I think I know what it is. If it's not what I think it is, then I will be greatly disappointed. Okay, I'm disappointed.
What is it?
You're good. I mean, it might have happened like a week before this, but you forgot about Balake?
Damn.
You forgot about Balake. I'm disappointed. Also, Myers Leonard, way to ruin your career. I
know. Oof, I guess I forgot to post. I don't know. I don't get the basketball news as quick as the football, hockey, and baseball. But that's besides the point. Myers Leonard said some Jewish slur during a Twitch stream.
And
yeah, now he's suspended for a week. He will be coming back to the team on, I think, next Thursday, but still, like, you just kind of killed your career in a just no.
I mean, not like you were already out for this year, so.
I mean, the Heat, I think we're looking to trade Myers Leonard anyway. Maybe not this season, but probably like next season. I think they were going to move on from him anyway.
Yeah, you might not be able to get as much.
But now you might not be able to get anything for him because he's always going to have this on his record, unfortunately.
Yes.
Well, that sucks. Oh, we are talking about March Madness. How can I forget about that? But we'll do that later.
Yeah, the thing is, the bracket doesn't come out till tonight, though.
Bracket don't come out till tonight. Well, I still found a thing saying like what all the teams are, though.
Also, as a Michigan fan, pain. We lost to Ohio State yesterday.
As a Michigan fan, LOL. Hey, listen, I like the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. Let's talk about this now.
Even in basketball, we can't beat Ohio State when it matters.
Well, sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because, my college basketball team is only like a D1 school. So anyway, moral of the story though, I had press credentials for the UMass Lowell Riverhawks this season. I am extremely grateful. I can't thank my guys from Insider Institute enough for hooking me up with those. I also did interviews for Merrimack College. These are schools in Massachusetts. And, this was so amazing for the UMass Lowell Riverhawks, all right? They were 3 games below 500 heading into the playoffs. They literally made the playoffs with, I think it was like a 8-11 record. They have pulled off 3 straight upsets and were 1 win away from making the March Madness tournament. A D1 school that became a D1 school like 4 years ago, who has always been terrible, they finally advanced to the ACC East Championship game. I'm just proud of them because when I started covering them earlier on in the year, they were like 1-5, but they just kept on rattling off wins and wins and wins. And, they still lose quite often, but they were just lucky enough to make the playoffs and beat the 3rd seed, the 4th seed, and the 1 seed. Props. But ultimately, the Hartford Hawks won the end. But shout out to the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. You got a bright future. Anyway, on to the actual March Madness bracket. Gonza, 26-0. Shocker. They're going to be one of the 1 seeds. No one is surprised here. Baylor, who lost, actually, if I'm correct, right? They lost.
I'd be surprised if Michigan still maintains the 1 seed.
They say Michigan's still 20-4. This is according to Sporting News. So they really have Ohio State over Michigan. Well, yeah, Michigan has less losses. I guess that would make sense.
Yep.
Scrolling through here, Texas won their first title. That was interesting. Oklahoma State, I think, could be up for an upset. Kansas always does well in the tournament. And look at other schools. Villanova started off wicked hot, but they quickly died down a little bit, which is kind of unfortunate for them. Wisconsin, I've heard they've been decent this year. Not the best record in the world, but still pretty solid. San Diego State, how about them? 23-4. I don't know if they will go as far as I may be expecting them to go, but I think they could certainly put up a pretty good shot. And then we get to all the rest of the minor schools.
Right.
There's Hartford with the 15-8 record, the Hartford Hawks.
Baylor Mets. All right. Also, I'm just looking at some news hockey-wise, and I am dumbfounded. Apparently, a rumor is if the Sabres move on from Ralph Kruger, Bruce Boudreau would love the job.
So Bruce Boudreau wants to get hired by the Sabres. Why would you put yourself through that torture? Bruce,
NFL news.
You wait and you sign with this team.
Also, more NFL news. The Patriots are trading right tackle Marcus Cannon to the Texans in exchange for a swap of a 4th, 5th, and 6th round pick per Adam Schefter.
You know, that trade makes sense. Well, when we're going to get to the Trent Brown trade, I was going to mention, like, what are they doing with Marcus Cannon?
And then this.
Well, there you go. You can trade to Houston. And I'm going to make this trade, or I'm going to make this post right now, but that's interesting. Obviously, Marcus Cannon, he's 32. He opted out last season. He will return.
But not with the Patriots.
Yeah.
And why did I yawn if I say that? Why? I'm not even supposed to be tired. It's only 1:46.
1:46 in the afternoon. Hey, I've been tired. I've been tired all day too.
Why is there a Patriots rumors saying that they've been highly connected to Yannick? Thank God. No, Yannick, don't go to the Patriots. No.
Yannick, I would not mind you going to the
Patriots.
No, FYI, yes, do it. Although how though? Well, I mean, I guess theoretically he could if they release Lawrence Guy and Jonathan Simon. Then yeah, you could have Ngakwe and Chase Winovich on the end. I'd do that.
I do not like the idea. Don't do it.
I'd dig it. I would dig that. Yeah, Marcus Gantry is kind of crazy. Kind of came from out of nowhere, too, so that's good. But, yeah.
Okay, so guess might as well do some NHL news, because there's NHL news.
Gotta do the NHL news.
Gotta do the NHL.
Gotta do the NHL. Yeah, we'll probably be repeating what we're saying now on Power Skate on Wednesday. But Anders Lee is out for the remainder of the season with a lower body injury. That's right. I went back in there.
Now I could honestly see the Islanders at the deadline getting someone like possibly a Taylor Hall or a Kyle Palmieri to replace Anders Lee.
I would love Kyle Palmieri going to the Islanders. Kyle Palmieri is just such an underrated player. Very underappreciative, too. He plays his heart out with the Devils. And then, for the Islanders, I mean, you're going to be fine. You have pretty good players in the AHL. I wouldn't panic too much. It would make sense trading for a guy like Taylor Hall or Kyle Palmieri. I don't know if they will.
So the problem with trading for them is the fact that both of them are on expired contracts, and you would have to extend. That would be the only issue.
Yeah.
I mean, Buffalo trading Hall, that I could see regarding the fact that the Devils are terrible. They're bad. I think, they're the worst team in the league currently, and they're going to be without Jack Eichel for quite possibly the rest of the season. Oh, and also, by the way, there was a QR code for NFL Free Agency Frenzy, so I have that up, and I'm actually going to be playing along with it. Okay. All right. This could be just something fun that we do.
On to the Jack Eichel injury. He is out definitely with a neck injury. Again, I have heard reports saying it might be a season ender. So
he's probably out the rest of the year now.
He's probably out the rest of the year now. I mean, why would he want to play at this point?
Okay. And also, right before we get back to the NHL stuff, the first question for this. Will Drew Brees retire?
Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, I thought Brees would have retired by now.
I think he is going to retire. That's what I think.
I think Brees is going to retire too, but at the same time...
Okay, so am I putting yes or no for it?
I felt like if he was going to retire, he would have done it by now.
All right, so for me at least, I mean, because if you have NFL Network on, you could get your phone and there's a QR code that you can play along with it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I'm watching NFL Network right now too.
Yeah, so I'd say at least for me, I think yes, Brees is going to retire. 65% of people say yes. Will Aaron Jones, I think he'd go with the Dolphins over Arizona, all honesty.
Yeah.
And 62% of people say Miami. Next question. Is Kenny Golladay a better fit with the Colts or the Eagles?
Colts.
Yeah, but the Eagles don't have much salary to work with.
Yep.
Will the Browns trade Odell Beckham Jr.? I think no.
No, Browns are trained OBJ.
I don't think they are because, I mean, the only team that I could see trade for him is Tampa, but Tampa is. Wait, so you think they are going to trade him?
No, I don't.
Okay. So right now, 60% of people say no. Better player in 2021, Patrick Peterson or Richard Sherman?
Sherman.
Yeah, Sherman's better. Only 34% of people said Sherman.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Respect.
I finally got the Marcus Cannon post out. So they traded 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks. They swapped it.
They swapped 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks.
Okay.
And got Marcus Cannon.
Texans win that trade.
Yeah.
Patriots save cap, but Texans win that trade.
Never said that is a good trade by the Pats. I mean, they got Trent Brown back, so the trade does make sense.
The trade makes sense because now you give Brown an automatic roster spot. There's no like, what are you gonna do with Cannon? Now it's clear. All right, Isaiah Wynn's staying at left tackle, and you just got Trent Brown. He's now your right tackle.
Yeah. And
you're making sense.
Now for the NHL, are the Minnesota Wild legit contenders? As we are doing this right now, they are currently second in the West. They are only 2 points behind Vegas.
Remember, they swept Vegas earlier in the week.
Vegas right now. Well, they're tied for second with St. Louis.
Right. That's tough. I don't know if I can really call them contenders just yet.
Yeah,
I
I think it would take if they keep this up for at least another 2 weeks. I'd feel like
they are contenders if they finish the top 3 in the division.
if
If they fall back down to earth and only make it as a wild card team, then no, they're not.
If they're within the top 3 in the division by, let's say, the trade deadline, so within a month from now, yeah, I think they would be legit contenders. And
yeah, I would say it really depends on how long it is. But yeah.
And then I got actually a thing that
I mean, I will say though, Kaprizov for definitely got to have Kaprizov win the Calder right now.
Yeah.
There's no one even close.
All right.
Just got his first career hat trick 2 nights ago as well against the Coyotes.
Yeah.
Can't forget about that.
I have a thing up since I don't know what else is there for sports news besides those. So I got a little bit of a quiz.
All right. So
I'll share my screen. By the way, this was last updated in January. This quiz. Oh, all right. So I'm going to.
Yeah, we can always have quizzes and stuff during the show as well. We're gonna have fun with this.
I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right. I'm going to check my screen. Well, not my screen. Well, because I have the stream up on another screen. Yep, it is working. Well, it's loaded. But
it's loading and loading and loading. Drum roll.
It just keeps loading. Hold on. Apparently, it's going to keep loading. I'll try this again. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now it loaded. So it is. Can you name the NHL 1,000 point scores? There are 90 of them. We have 10 minutes.
All right. So 1,000 point scores.
1,000 point scores.
All right. Let's go for it.
All right. Play quiz. First one I'm doing. That
Yager, Gretzky. Oh no, ads.
Samsung ad.
Samsung is not advertising this. We do not advertise Samsung.
Why is Grammarly on my screen now? Get off my screen.
Hey, Grammarly works though. Hey, I use that for my schoolwork. It works.
Let's try this again. Yager, Kane, Crosby, Gordie Howe,
Timo Solani,
Messier. If I spelt it right. Come on, thing. There it is, Mark Messier. Malkin, I think it's Malkin has 1,000 points. Gretzky, there it is. Yep, spelt it right. Let's see.
Do you have Solani down, sir?
I need to get that. Hold on.
Well, how to spell it?
I'm doing the Thornton. Or no, I'm
Oh, you're just doing the current day players? Okay, first.
I'm doing the current day players first.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Or at least the ones I remember off the top of my head. Forsberg. Huh? Or did I spell? I might have spelled it wrong. Where's this? Why can't you put nicknames on it?
Well, I agree with that. You shouldn't be able to put nicknames on it. I agree.
Ovechkin. Let's see. I think, Marlowe has 1,000 points. He should have 1,000 points. Yep, Marlowe has 1,000 points.
Nice.
Montreal. Guy Lafleur.
You're forgetting Joe NHL. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm forgetting the L, of course. Guy Lafleur. Yep, Guy Lafleur is on here. Richard.
Rocket Rashad, yeah.
Yeah, Rocket Richard is on here. Phoenix.
Would Mari St. Louis have 1,000?
Hold on. Why did I think Shane Doan as I saw Phoenix?
Shane Doan does not have 1,000 points.
Why did I think that? Okay.
I can assure you, Doan does not have 1,000.
Detroit Sesh. Ray Bork, or however it's spelled. I know Ray Bork has 1,000 points. Pittsburgh. Lemieux, or however it's spelled. Hold on, good
That's
thing I'm
I'm doing these quizzes because, I don't know how to spell half their names either. It's I know the answer. It's just I can't spell it right. I hate that.
Lemieux. Wait. Yes, Mario Lemieux. Zetterberg. Nope, Zetterberg is not. No. Cronwall. Nope, Cronwall does not have 1,000 points. Sedin. Yes, the Sedin brothers have 1,000 points. Get off my screen. Get off my screen, ad. Islanders. Mike Bossy. Bossy had 1,000 points. Yes. Bossy had 1,000 points. Quebec / Colorado. That is. Forsberg. However, it's okay. Forsberg. Or did I put it on here? Wait, did Forsberg not have 1,000? No. Peter Forsberg didn't have 1,000 points. What?
It's spelled Forsberg.
He didn't have 1,000 points.
He didn't have 1,000 points. Are you kidding me?
Huh? What is this blasphemy?
He didn't. No, he only had 885. Damn, he wasn't even close.
Oof.
He only had 885. Ouch.
Okay, let's see.
Does Lidstrom have 1,000 points? Nick Lidstrom?
I think Lynn. Or did I spell it wrong? Let's see. Sundin. Yep, Matt Sundin.
Matt Sundin. I was gonna say Matt Sundin. Yeah.
Matt Sundin. Okay. Here's that. Trying to think. Oh wait. I put Kate already. Taves does not have 1,000 points. All right.
I was thinking Eric Stahl. Jesus. Why was I thinking Eric Stahl had 1,000 points? My God.
Oh, he does have 1,000 points.
He does?
He does.
Oh my God, he has 1,031. He is just barely over.
New Jersey.
Oh wow, you're welcome.
Let's see. I think Scott Niedermayer does not. Why did I think he did? Okay, now I figured out how to spell it. Apparently my Ray Bork.
No, Rene Bork. Nah.
Oh wait, I put Thornton on here, I think, already. Or did I? Did I put Thornton on here? Let's see. Steve Yzerman. Quebec / Colorado. Who would it be for Did Adam Oates? Yeah, Adam Oates had 1,000 points, I think. Was
Adam
Adam Oates?
probably.
Adam Oates. Yeah, Adam Oates did. He did.
Adam Oates would probably.
I don't know. Let's see. St. Louis. Did Kroger? No, Kroger did not. Why I thought he did, I do not know. I'm going to pick Jets, Buffalo.
That's Howard Chuck. Dale Howard Chuck.
Oh, yeah. I got to figure out how to spell that. Dale. Okay. Howard. There, yeah, Dale Howard Chuck. Philadelphia. I don't think it's Lindros. Lindros did not have 1,000 points.
No, I don't think Lindros had 1,000.
Yeah, Lindros had 1,000 points each. Mike Keene? No, Mike Keene did not. Why did I think Mike Keene, out of all people, would have had 1,000 points? No one named Wilson. No Doug Wilson. Why would I even think Doug Wilson had 1,000 points?
Because you would. No.
There we go. Yep, there's Timu.
Timu Solani.
Jesse's hero right there.
Let's go! I would scream "Let's go" on the top of my lungs, but at the same time, I'd also rather not.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Joe Thornton's on here.
Joe Thornton, Shaka.
They forgot to put Toronto.
Oof. How could you forget to put Toronto? That was like the team he was best on.
Oh, geez, that's going quick. We have less than a minute.
Oh my God, where did the time go?
Can you think of anything else?
Mike Modano, would he have 1,000?
Modano. Right,
No.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Mike Modano did. Well, he did. That's the last one we'd get. So, show us the rest. There's some that we should have gotten.
Oh, without a doubt. I think it's just because the time ran out.
Let's see. Yeah.
God, we got 27%. We're rubbing.
Sakic. Wait, what's the?
Oh my God! Why? Man, I was gonna say Sakic when you were thinking Forsberg. I was like, dude, just say Joe Sakic.
I should have.
Why didn't I say Sakic? Because I was thinking of Sakic. I was like, oh, Joe Sakic. He's gonna have 1,000.
Coffee.
Paul Coffey. That one was easy.
Yeah. Dale Hunter. Capitals legend. Should have got that one. Oh, Larry Murphy.
Larry Murphy's a forgettable one, but yes, we should have gotten that regardless.
Daryl Sittler. How did I get Malkin and I forgot about Brian Leach?
Brian Leach.
He's on my first pair on my hot team.
Gotta respect the Brian Leach.
Yes.
I dig him. He was a great defenseman with the Rangers.
I should probably just if there's a quiz
quit. No.
If there's a quiz that you just want to put up, and then we could try to do that and probably do better than that. How's the average score? 69%. That was hard for 10 minutes.
That was hard, I know.
I might as well just try to find another quiz if it's possible.
I would try to find a quiz, but the last time I tried to find a quiz, it was Lag City.
Okay. Then I don't know, maybe a tier list. We do the tier
Oh
list.
yeah, we could do tier list too.
We could do tier list. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we could do a tier list, and then we'll get back to the news, I guess. I think, yeah, we could always go back and do more tier lists and stuff afterwards.
I mean, if there's more news that we gotta talk about it, then yeah, that we could do that. Plus, I gotta find.
Yeah, let's do a tier list. Talk about the rest of our news, and then we can do like trivia or another tier list or whatever. So there was just a lot of NFL news this week. Like, usually we won't have this much, but like for the next few weeks, we're gonna be having a crap ton of NFL news to talk about, which is good.
It's good.
Also, we gotta talk about a certain two legends that went on waivers today.
Oh wait, yeah, we have to do that real quick.
Yes, we have to, and don't worry, we'll be talking about it on Powersgate as well. But
we need to talk about.
There is something we need to talk about. David Backus, which, okay, good nostalgia. He's on waivers. That kind of stinks. He's definitely not getting played.
Most
importantly, play the bagpipes. For Jack Johnson, I hate it. I hate the fact this man may be a member of the Hartford Wolfpack. I hate it. NHL material defenseman to the right of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Units lost. Units have been lost. Rip Jack Johnson is correct.
Jack Johnson of Seattle.
Jack Johnson of Seattle. And, bro, Rip David Backus, he's probably retiring at the end of the year. Let's be real. He should. Or KHL bound. But at this point, David Backus, he's like way too well known to be in the KHL, so just retire. As for Jack Johnson, I don't know what to tell you. Legend.
Yes.
You hate to see him. You hate to see him on waivers or potentially going to the AHL. You hate to see it.
Oh, there was actually just a thing. I don't know if this happened last night or just now, but it was Josh Anderson in a fight against Milan Lucic.
Oh, wow.
This sounds like a fun time.
That would be a fantastic match, though. Milan Lucic is just a stud. He ain't a great goal scorer, but oh my god, like he's a great fighter.
I'm just looking at.
I have some injury reports I'm posting now that we can talk about in a brief moment.
All right, sounds fun. Oh yeah, there's also Lars Eller that he got injured again.
Lars Eller got injured. At least he's day to day though.
Yeah. Oh wait, why did I forget that Cam Newton re-signed with the Patriots too?
Yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting to that.
Million.
Or is it a roller coaster? I think we've kind of changed rides here. Look, this whole carousel and roller coaster started.
Also, what's kind of interesting is the fact that I mean, because you have NHL 21, and yet currently there's a franchise challenge going on. And we could say who's winning it right now.
Yes, let's do that. While I get these posts up, let's do that.
Yeah, so update is I thought you kind of would have wanted to be a part of it, even though you have an Xbox. It's basically just choose a random team that's not like an actual contender. Like for me, I chose the Blue Jackets. And right now I think 13-2 with that team.
Wow. There you go.
Though Corpusalo is not my goalie anymore. I got Jordan Binnington.
Oh, nice.
Oof. There's one oof.
So, yeah, Corpusalo for Jordan Binnington, eh? Oh, we could talk about the Binnington signing, too. But, yeah, you do a tier list. Then, we still got the Brady contract, the Newton contract, the Binnington contract.
I'm trying to find one of, like, just...
I guess while we're at it, we could also give our opinions on the Trent Brown trade, especially now that Marcus Cannon is with the Texans. It was a pretty smart trade. This one, the Raiders, again, just trying to shed cap. And, hey, it's going to work in favor for the Patriots, especially. Brown goes back to a system he's used to. Gotta love it.
Yeah, we did not do great in Oakland. Needless to say, he was not a Gruden grinder.
No, he was not.
Let's just say that. Okay, fun. Depending on how old this is. NHL players Hall of Fame probability. Ooh.
That's interesting. Oh, yeah, and also the Patriots get a 2022, they get a 2022 fifth-round pick. The Raiders get. The Patriots get Brown and a 2022 seventh. So, yeah, that's pretty much a fleece for the Patriots.
Why is Ryan Getzlaf on this tier list twice?
Ooh, damn, bro. Gotta love Ryan Getzlaf.
There's D, no, borderline, Hall of Fame, first ballot. That's what it is. By the way, it's current players.
That's great. I like tier lists like this, honestly, because I could talk about players going to the Hall of Fame for hours, especially for the NHL and NFL. I can make so many good cases. Like Mike Allstott should be a Hall of Famer. Don't at me. Listen, he's a fullback. I get it, but I don't care.
He's a fullback, but this man in his prime was just an absolute.
He was literally the fifth best running back. Oh no, he was like the third best running back in the league. He was pretty much Derrick Henry without the rushing yard.
There it is.
And he would have been Derrick Henry 2.0 if he wasn't a fullback.
Okay, so first off, Carey Price.
We'll actually make the screen bigger so everyone can see it. I would say Hall of Fame for sure. Probably first ballot, but we'll go with Hall of Fame for now.
Go just Hall of Fame for now.
Would you agree?
Terry
Panarin. Right now, no.
Interesting.
If we're basing it off of right now success, no.
Interesting. Yeah. Kucherov,
again, just too young. He might make it, but for right now, if he was to retire, no. So I guess he's borderline. Same thing with Panarin, I guess. The players who just might make it but haven't played long enough, I guess, should be borderline.
Thing is, you might get the reference when I say this name. Seguin.
Yeah, it's Tyler Sagan.
Yes, Tyler Seguin.
Tyler Sagan.
All right. Where is he going?
He's going to. Would Sagan make the Hall of Fame though? If Sagan was to Sagan's been in the league long enough to be in the Hall of Fame. If he was to retire this offseason, would he make it?
So
he's borderline, I'd say. He's borderline ahead of Kucherov.
Nathan MacKinnon.
Nathan McKinnon's gonna make it, so Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and before anything happens, I'm just putting this here. Off rip. There it is.
Connor McDavid, first ballot, absolutely.
Andre
I will not argue. Vasilevsky, right now, no. There's been a lot of fantastic goaltenders who have won cups and won Vezinas.
I'm throughout his career. Also, another thing that I'm yeah, I should probably. First off, I totally forgot where this man went. There it is. There it is.
Ovechkin, first ballot.
Man's a legend. Drew Doughty.
Drew Doughty. I don't know if you would. No. Here's why I say no, Drew Doughty, because he's not that good anymore. If he stayed 2014-15 form his entire career, then I would probably say yes.
Sorry, Blake.
Blake Wheeler?
Doubtful.
Doubtful? Yeah, no, Blake Wheeler's not going to. I would even say Blake Wheeler's a no, to be honest with you. Yeah. Unless he scores 2 50-goal seasons, then maybe.
Crosby, first ballot, obvious.
Yep.
We could maybe do the same with Draisaitl, if not just Hall of Fame. For now, we're just putting on Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Nicholas Backstrom.
Nicholas Backstrom, I would say, is borderline. I wouldn't mind seeing him get in, honestly. He probably will, just he's not going to be first ballot or nothing. He's going to have to wait 5 years probably. Okay.
Brett Burns.
Brent Burns, no. Same thing with Doughty. If he was just better for a longer stint of time, I know he was the best defenseman for a couple years, but more than a couple years, then I would say yes, but no.
Before anything happens, yes.
Although he is a legend for it.
We put Joe in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, we did Joe Thornton? Absolutely put Joe Thornton in the Hall of Fame.
We absolutely put Joe Thornton in the Hall of Fame. Man's a legend.
I would even say he's first ballot.
Yeah, same with Getzlaf. We put Getzlaf in the Hall of Fame too.
Put Getzlaf in the Hall of Fame. Bump up Thornton to first ballot, please.
Yeah, Thornton I could see possibly making it first ballot.
He's definitely gonna make it first ballot unless there's a crazy good
Mitch Marner.
Mitch Marner, no, way too early to tell. I wish there was a too early to tell.
That should be what this could have been. Too early to tell.
Yeah, instead of the no, it should have just been, or instead of the doubtable, you should have just had the too early to tell. We'll make it no/doubtable to tell, or too early to tell.
Hot dog man.
Hot dog man, Phil the Thrill, doubtable.
Doubtful for him.
Doubtful. Would you agree?
Okay, before anything even happens, I'd say yes.
For Matthews, yeah.
Matthews, put the main people here. Malkin, you're getting in. Kane, you're probably a first ballot.
Kane's first ballot. I would even say Malkin's first ballot, honestly.
Okay, Malkin, you come in here too.
Yeah. Blurry, Hall of Fame, yeah, probably. He has the stats, so I would do it.
Marlowe,
yep.
Eric Hall and Eric Stahl. I said Eric Hall. Why?
Did you say Eric Holla? Yeah, you wish Eric Holla was a Hall of Famer.
No way.
Damn. Eric Holla, you're making the Hall of Fame. Where's he? He's getting slept on out here.
Okay, Spezza's borderline too.
Spezza's borderline, Stahl borderline.
Stamkos I could see making it in.
Stamkos, yes.
See. Who's the one all the way down here? Henrik, you're making it in.
Henrik's first ballot, honestly.
This man literally put Justin Williams on this tier list.
You put Justin Williams because of the longevity. What can I say? He's borderline.
Put him in. Man, clutch when it matters.
He's borderline, but yeah, I'd say he eventually gets in.
He'll get in.
He'll have to wait 10 years, but he'll eventually.
Corey Perry,
Corey Perry, Hall of Famer.
Yes, you're also Hall of Fame.
Although his first hat trick wasn't until 2010. Did you know that?
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to the current day players. Also, yeah, we leave this Ryan Getzlaf out because Ryan Getzlaf's there twice.
Ryan Getzlaf can count for Ryan Kessler.
Okay, so I guess this is Ryan Kessler.
No. All right, we'll cut the second guess off for Ryan Kessler, which I can assure you will be a no.
Yes.
Or a doubtful.
All right, now these current day players. Claude Giroux.
Giroux, borderline.
All right, borderline. Barkov.
Barkov, no.
No. The man who likes to lick.
Oh my God, they have Marchand on here. Well, he's gonna be a doubtful.
You ain't getting in, Brad.
Love him, but he ain't getting in. Carlson,
$11 million legend.
Eric Carlson, eh? I'd say no. Falls in the just same trap with Burns and Doughty. He was great, but not great for enough amount of time.
Okay,
Edmund, I would say borderline.
Hedman, yeah, Hedman's gonna be borderline.
I would say he gets in over Carlson or Burns or Doughty, though.
Okay. Andre Kopitar, which I'd say probably.
Kopitar in. He's getting in.
You'd have him going in over Kucherov. Okay. Okay, Brad Marchand, borderline for me.
You mean we already did Marchand and Goof. That was Bergeron. Bergeron is his first ballot, sir. How dare you?
He's not a first ballot. All right, Taves, you're making it in. His great Blackhawks teams. Who's this? Duncan Keith.
Duncan Keith's borderline, but probably gets in.
And then Bob.
Bobrovsky, doubtable.
You are,
especially after a stint with the Panthers. Damn, you're really putting Bergeron in borderline?
Yes.
Oh my God, you just doing that for the soul.
I mean,
yourself.
Actually, if I'm thinking about it, probably not.
You have rubbed the wound in every single Boston fan. Well, here we go. You can knock the Bruins off the list. That didn't take long for the Bruins to get destroyed.
No, this is how you truly do it. Bam.
No. Damn, bro.
Honestly, I feel like this is a good tier list.
I feel it's a good tier list besides pretty much Bergeron and maybe Kucherov and Hedman. Other than those two, it's pretty. Those three.
I mean, both of them, you can make a case for them to get in currently.
Yeah.
And how is Vasilevsky a no, though? I don't get that.
Well, Vasilevsky's a no because there's been so many goalies who, won Stanley Cups and have won Vezzas and stuff who haven't got in yet. But in reality, Vasilevsky probably does get in. If anything, he's probably borderline because at the rate he's going, he probably will. But yeah. Well, anyway, during the tier list, some news came out. Two things. Wild left winger Marcus Foligno will miss a few weeks with a lower body injury. That's pretty unfortunate for the Wild. They are missing their third line left winger. And yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. And then more injuries for the Padres. Catcher Austin Nola fractures middle finger Saturday and is questionable for opening day.
Well, at least good thing for the batter. He won't be seeing any birds when he's at that. I got the jokes. I know.
All right. Guess we are moving on to some Kansas City Chief news.
Yes, and there was some good news, some not so great news.
This is the not so great news, of course. releasing your left tackle, Eric Fisher, and right tackle, Mitchell Schwartz. Those were pretty questionable.
One overall pick, Eric Fisher.
Yeah, first overall pick, Eric Fisher. Listen, you want to release Eric Fisher? I'm actually not going to hate on the Chiefs for that. But releasing Schwartz, I got a problem with releasing Schwartz.
Yeah.
He's the top 3 right tackle in the league, and you just let him go for nothing.
And he's going to be getting paid.
He's going to get paid handsomely.
Yes.
I honestly see Schwartz landing with the Vikings. If the Vikings have the salary cap, they're going to do that. They'll give him like a 3-year deal. And then I guess for Eric Fisher, where did I see Eric Fisher go? I could probably see. I don't know. Where did you see him going, Eric Fisher?
Fisher, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be that big of a market for him regarding the fact that he's going to miss. There's a chance he could miss possibly all of the season.
Right. But I will say the Colts will pick him up because Anthony Kenzio retired. And
yeah,
I guess you could kind of use Fisher as a place gap for the moment. Just sign him to like a 2-year deal until you draft a left tackle and develop him properly. I guess I would do that for the Chiefs. And in other news, here is the at least good news for Kansas City is that they restructured Mahomes' contract, and that will save the team $17 million cap. And yes, I had to pick the sideways throw pitcher from the Super Bowl.
Oh, and there is also some Bears news. More Bears news, I should say.
More Bears news. We're getting to the we're getting close to the Santos resigning.
Yeah, this is what I find interesting. Bears are planning to allow Mitchell Trubisky to leave and address their QB concerns via free agency or trade. So Mitchell Trubisky is gone. So much for that project. Daily reminder, you picked him over Watson and Mahomes. And you know how much sympathy I have for Bears fans? I have it in my absolutely none. Because I'm a Packers fan, I'm happy.
Well, there you go. I don't know. I like Trubisky, but he's just too inconsistent. Maybe with the right coaching staff, he can be decent, but just it wasn't going to work with the Bears. It never really did. It never really was going to. It was just, simply put, a reach of a pick. Trubisky, you look back at that 2017 draft, and Trubisky, he's a second, third rounder.
Yes.
More third, maybe late second if a QB hungry team wanted to draft him. I guess that's where I would place him in a redraft. But yeah, Trubisky no longer with the Bears. They're going to go with Foles, or maybe they target someone in free agency. We'll see what happens there. I will say, if you're the Bears, you need to get a good backup because you cannot be relying on Nick Foles as your full-time starter. First things first, regular season, Nick Foles is garbage, as I'm sure we know by now. And secondly, Foles is also injury-prone. So got to do something about that as well. Tyler Bray, I have respect for him, but he should not be the backup. And I will be posting that Trubisky news soon.
I mean, also I feel like you're still kind of salty to him regarding his Jaguars tenure, getting paid lots of money
Nick
to
Foles.
thing. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I said, remember, he gets injured. That's exactly why I said that. And maybe it was a good thing that the Bears re-signed Allen Robinson to a franchise tag. Listen, Robinson ain't happy, but the Bears are getting their lethal weapon on offense back, so that's good at least.
Yep.
You just got to feel bad for him, though.
Allen Robinson about to just break his way out of Chicago. Holdout City, here we come. Destination Le'Veon Bell. Also there, you'll just find albums of Antonio Brown's rap.
Damn, man, you just throw all the former Steelers under the bus.
Yes.
Oh boy, yeah, Allen Robinson's back on franchise tag. We'll see how long that lasts. And speaking of players wanting to leave, Titans traded their first-round pick from last year, Isaiah Wilson, to the Dolphins for, no joke, a 2021 seventh-round pick.
This was so bad. Very, very bad.
This experiment was
Whoever
horrible.
thought this was a good trade, I need to go to them and throw them into the gulag. Because that's where they deserve to be, in the gulag.
He's a good man. It's a great conversation. The hook there is Deshaun Watson. You guys made headlines with that answer from David Culley, but I really hope people will listen to get the full David Culley, including that story there about his dad on the Huddle podcast. Progress to watch, gentlemen. Thank you. As we continue in the free agency.
Also, as mentioned
The
earlier,
Trubisky post out. Yeah, that was smart by Chicago again. That was pretty smart.
Once again, Cam Newton re-signed with the Patriots, which I find surprising.
You see, here's the thing. I've listened to Boston Sports Radio all week long. And listen,
You know it's
I
bad.
knew Newton had an off year. But guess what? He's going to be a stopgap anyway. You are going to – I would target Trey Lance in the draft, but that's besides the point. You are drafting a QB in the first 2 rounds in the next 2 years.
Also,
Why would you get rid of Newton if you're just going to get someone like Ryan Fitzpatrick or Gardner Minshew or Drew Lock? Like, why would you want to go after them when you can just stick with the quarterback you had and perhaps increase some trade value?
But again, last year he was only getting paid $1 million. Now you're paying him $14 million.
Yeah, that is a little bit rough, the contract. I would have said I would sign him for like 8 or 9.
More
million.
down to that contract than Kevin LeBanc did in 2019-2020. That's how bad he did. His arm looked like it was dead.
His legs, however, he was running like the Flash.
Also, it's bad when you, as you mentioned, you had to listen to the clowns that are AKA known as the Boston media. And whenever I hear that, the only thing that has to be said is 4 words. And you know what those 4 words are?
I'm waiting for you to say it.
The 4 words.
Enough from the clown.
Good meme. Good meme. But I don't know, though. I mean, listen, I don't like the signing. I do think if you were going to bring back Cam Newton, you could have 100% signed him for much less. But that's besides the point. He's going to be all right. It's a year into the system. As long as I think we're forgetting Cam Newton was still a top 15 quarterback in the league before he got COVID. Then once he got COVID, then it was a train wreck afterwards. But we have to remember, in the Miami game, in the Seattle game, and in the Las Vegas game, he played like his regular self. Once he got COVID, came back against Denver, then that's when the spiral hit. And ultimately, his 2 best games the rest of the season would be against the Jets.
Yeah, the first month of the season, it's basically you find out, okay, which players are in the first month are going to be playing over their heads, and Cam Newton was playing over his head, and then he got COVID, and then right down to the gutters.
Yeah, well, I was also going to mention at the same time those were the first 3 games of the season. And again, after he came back from getting COVID, his 2 best games the rest of the way were against the Jets. So I don't know what to tell you. I think the Patriots were just too worried about getting N'Keal Harry in the game plan. they also got to drop it with them because it's pretty clear that Jacoby Myers and a healthy Julian Edelman are the two best receivers on the Patriots. And even Gunnar Olszewski has emerged. More of a special teamer, but even then, he's still a pretty decent receiver.
But yeah, still better than Harry. And just a reminder, he is a first-round pick.
Just a reminder that they also traded a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu 2 years ago.
Ha!
We are just rubbing the salt, Patriot fans. We are just rubbing the salt.
You're rubbing the salt on your own team. I do it because I hate Boston teams.
I mean, everyone knew, though, trading for Mohamed Sanu instead of Emmanuel Sanders would mess them up.
And indeed,
I agree, Jeff. Yeah, Cam stinks at throwing downfield. You just got to give him some weapons, and that's what you're doing. You're building on the offensive line right now. If by miraculous chance they sign Kenny Golladay or something, then you're fine. But
I don't think
until you do that, it ain't happening. Or get a legit tight end. You need that too.
Again, they aren't getting a legit tight end either. It's going to be the same thing because the Patriots are going to be the definition of insanity. And the 7-10 finishes now beyond the eye can see.
I mean, I'm thinking the Patriots, if they were going to make a move for a tight end, you could maybe try to trade for like Eric Ebron or something. I mean, I feel like, yes, going after Zach Ertz would be the most ideal option. But at the same time, I don't think the Patriots have the cap to bring in Zach.
Oh, now, if you think about it, what will the Patriots and the Bruins many years have to come have one thing in common? What would be that one thing?
Have the same coach because Belichick and Cassidy aren't going anywhere.
You could say that, but it's also that right now both of them are. Yeah.
An accident waiting to happen. Well, maybe the Patriots, but not the Bruins. I ain't worried about the Bruins. It's the Celtics, if anything, are the accident ready to happen. I mean, God, they've already totaled the car.
The Patriots are going to be terrible. The Bruins are absolute frauds being carried by one line and one line only.
I mean, you're not wrong about getting carried by one line, but
if you look at their stats this year,
you're not wrong about them getting carried by one line, but you are wrong by calling them frauds because they're more of a playoff team anyway.
If you think, what was their main acquisition? Main
acquisition was Jared Tenorti.
I said in the offseason.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah, I know. Craig Smith.
Craig Smith
on nothing. I know.
And now has cooled off immensely. Charlie Coyle's doing bad. And by the way, just a reminder, you're paying him over $5 million for the next 6 years. And he's supposed to be stepping up to a second-line center next year. That Krejci's contract's up after this year. But then the Bruins are going to try to overpay and keep Krejci around, same with Tuukka, and just let Halak leave for nothing and not have a backup plan. And just, you know why? Because mentality of the boys club.
I ain't worried about the Bruins. I'd be more focused on the Celtics than the Bruins. Because Providence, the Bruins they got players in Providence. I ain't worried about them.
Also, it's bad when Andre Kasha's played 2 games.
Yeah. Andre Kasha's been terrible this year.
Yeah.
He's only played 2 games.
Terrible. Also, it's funny the fact that people will keep mentioning, oh, the Bruins sounds good. Brendan Carlo would be good. Nope. He's had 3 points in 21 games. 3 points in 21 games.
Well, here's the thing with Carlo. Carlo's not much of a point-scoring defenseman. He's more of the block shot type of defenseman. He's not, he should have more assists. I agree with that. God, he should have more than 2 assists.
He has 2 goals.
Or 1 assist then. He should definitely have more than 1 assist.
And his plus minus is 0. Meaning he's had basically no value. The only people that have had plus minuses in the double digits are Marchand and Bergeron. Pasternak has a plus minus of 9, McAvoy plus minus of 7. Besides that, basically nothing. correction. Carlo has a plus minus of 2.
You know, I just ain't worried though, because you gotta think about it. Even in 2019, the Bruins were pretty mediocre in the regular season in 2019. They were, especially after the first 3 or 4 months of the regular season. Like heading into the playoffs, they were pretty sluggish. Guess what happened? They made the finals. I am not worried about the Bruins at all.
And also,
because they are a playoff team. That's when they're gonna succeed. They're gonna lose to teams like the Rangers in the regular season.
I think the Bruins are punching way above their weight right now. They are not a team that this year has shown me that if they do make the playoffs, they will go far.
Well, there you go. Then they'll make the playoffs and they won't go far. That's your opinion. I think
they are
going to finish as the 4th seed and they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, because to be a playoff team, they've had to address their problems from the 2019 playoffs and what happened in the Stanley Cup. Not only have they failed to address the problem, they haven't even recognized what the problem is. They haven't even tried to add on to it. And
yeah, no, that is the one thing that's driving me crazy about the Bruins is that they are trying to keep the gang around for too long, and it's not working.
Yeah, again, as I mentioned, they're going to overpay for Krejci to have him back next year. They're going to overpay to keep Rask, and that's going to cost.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Krejci, listen, I know Krejci's an assist machine, but don't re-sign Krejci. You really don't need Krejci. Rask, if you're going to sign him, if you sign him for more than a 2-year deal, then that's a horrible contract. Like if you're gonna sign Rask for a 2-year, $20 million contract, okay. But if it's for 3 years for over $25 million, then that's a bad deal for Rask. And then Krejci, I wouldn't even offer anything. I'd just let him walk.
Also, what I'm saying with this is the fact that, especially Bruins fans, thinking that they're gonna get some of the main trade pieces at the deadline. Thinking that they're going to get someone like Philip Forsberg, which they're not going to get Philip Forsberg.
No, but they might get Mattias Ekholm.
They don't even have interest. Plus, if they have Ekholm, again, that is also a bad contract as well, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
He's making 4.6 mil over the next 5 years.
It's why? Just to play second line minutes? It's you really want to pay him that much? I get what you're saying.
Doing that, you think that would make the problem better. Instead, you're just pouring more gasoline onto it. That's what you're doing.
The problem is, you know what the Bruins are going to do? They are going to, and I know this is what you're kind of saying, they're going to mess up their future just to win a cup. They're going to win 1 cup, and then they're going to miss the playoffs for 3 straight years.
And again,
if anything, that's what the Bruins are going for. They're going to do what the Red Sox did in 2018. Load up, win a championship, blow it up. They're going to do whenever the Marlins won the World Series. That's what they're going to do. Win the championship and just suck for 3 years afterwards. And then they'll be back and they'll be okay.
And then Pasta and Bergeron will just go down the drain.
You're just wasting Pasternak's prime. I get what you're saying.
And yet, what's funny for me is the fact that even when Ekholm has played, Ekholm only has Ekholm. That's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of someone else. Because right now, there's rumors that DeBrusk could be getting traded.
Right. I mean, I would trade DeBrusk, Cass, Krejci if you can. And I mean, at this point, I would buy out John Moore. And maybe trade Connor Clifton if you have to throw him in a trade to get Mattias Ekholm or a little bit of a better defenseman. Then I wouldn't mind throwing in Connor Clifton in a trade. Trade someone to get someone type of deal.
Yeah, so the player I was thinking of actually, it was actually, I think, Victor Arvidsson. That's who I was thinking of.
Victor Arvidsson makes sense. Bruins should get him. I would trade DeBrusk for Arvidsson. I would.
The Bruins, again, they're going to think that they're close to contention.
They're gonna make probably something stupid. They're not even gonna try to get any of those guys, probably. Though in reality,
Yeah, no, they're gonna lowball themselves, and they're gonna have to go
They're gonna
after
lowball
some like third, fourth liner instead.
divisions
It's
and
gonna
stuff
suck.
are back. All I see for them are 11th place finishes beyond the eye can see. That's all I
You want to know? We're talking about what the Bruins should be doing, but you want to know what the Bruins are probably going to end up doing? They're just going to trade like a 5th-round pick for Kyle Clutterbuck and call it a day. That I wouldn't be shocked if they do that, because again, the Bruins is just a team where they hate to change it up. Once they have the players, they fall in love with them.
Yeah, that's
going to be the Bruins' problem, and that's why they're going to suck in a few years down the road. This year, they're going to be fine this year. Probably even next year, they're going to be fine. But after 2022, that's when I would start to panic for the Bruins. They're going to be okay this year, next year, but after that, then no.
You know, I'm already saying that if the Bruins make the playoffs, they're not making it far. That's just me. They're not making it far if they do enter the playoffs. See, even Jeffrey agrees. He doesn't see the Bruins making it by the first round this year.
Making it further than the Capitals.
Yeah, plus even if it is the Capitals, the Capitals, they still have lots of veterans like Ovechkin, Eller, Backstrom, and Oshie and those guys. But the thing is, at least those guys can still produce. Meanwhile,
that is true. The Capitals are more well-balanced than the Bruins. That I will give the Washington credit for.
Yeah, at times
they got a much better
up and down. But yeah, I know that even though we have two young goaltenders, to make it far in the playoffs, it's not. I think we need a veteran goaltender. That is the Capitals' biggest need. They need a veteran goaltender and possibly some help on the fourth line. That's just me. Because I
agree with you. I'm trying to.
All right, but the fact that he's getting paid like $2 million for the next 3 or 4 years, that's a problem for me. And also if we need help on defense, like the third pairing. I mean, our defense is all right, but I wouldn't be mad if they go to Buffalo, which Buffalo is probably going to blow it up at the deadline anyway, and get someone like a Brandon Montour. I'd be fine with that. Because, I mean, Schultz at times this year has been hot and cold, which, that I get. That getting a guy like Montour would help. And then if Arizona keeps going on this ride that they're going up and down right now, they're in 6th in the East. No, not the East, the West. If they keep going like that, if the Capitals could trade like Vanacek, which I have no problem trading him, for someone like, say, a guy like Antti Ranta, again, I'm fine with that.
I'm trying to think. Like Antti Ranta makes sense. I'm thinking the Capitals may also want to target Martin Jones. Although I know he sucks, but
no, don't trade Martin. Don't get Martin Jones. Don't get Martin.
You have to deal with this contract though, so that wouldn't happen.
Get him away from this team at all costs. If I see that Martin Jones, the day of the trade deadline, gets traded to the Capitals, I'm losing. I'm calling this now. You thought this could be as bald as I go? I'd probably be more bald by
then. Damn. Come on, Capitals, trade for Martin Jones. I want to see.
Do not trade for Martin Jones. Do not trade Vanacek for Martin Jones. Do not do that.
On to kicker news. Falcons re-signed Younghoe Koo. Not know for how long or how much, but they re-signed him. So that's good. Made the Pro Bowl this year.
Goat.
Absolute legend.
Goat.
Goat. Goat. Yes. Gotta respect the GOAT. Now, here's the bad one. We'll get to Dustin Hopkins as well, but here's the bad contract. Bears re-sign kicker Carlos Santos to a 5-year, $16 million deal. Why are you giving a below-average kicker $16 million? And I even hate to be that guy, but I will say I think Eddie Pinheiro is a better kicker anyway. Why? I mean, that contract made no sense for the Bears. And then this morning, Washington re-signed Dustin Hopkins to a one-year deal. That makes sense. That's a signing.
I have no problem with that.
I got no problem with the Hopkins, or most certainly no questions about the Younghoe Koo, but
I'm
pretty alarmed about the Santos one, yeah.
Yeah. $5 million, 5 years at $3 million per for a below average kicker. That is a new way to describe bear down.
Yeah, you're bearing down your salary cap.
The thing is now you have to do bear down and then add bad because they're down bad.
Yeah.
They will be down bad.
Also down 20 million salary cap. They could have used that money to get Allen Robinson's replacement, but whatever. Kings sign right winger, DSP, that's right, the Capitals legend and Devils legend is back. 1 year, 2-way deal. He's going to be playing with the Ontario Reign in the AHL, but maybe the Kings call him up. I doubt it, but
yeah.
Still pretty good signing. The funny thing about that is, for whatever reason, I was thinking Devontae Smith-Pelly actually was on a team a few days ago, and I was actually looking up if there was any news of him getting signed once I found out he was a free agent. And funny enough, 3 days later, he gets signed.
That is ironic.
That is very ironic. I was literally just like,
oh.
I was just like, wait, Devontae Smith-Pelly, I'm like, is he still a free agent? And when I was looking, I'm like, oh, yeah, he is. I'm like, oh, I bet he's going to get signed soon. I was going to say that on Powerscape, but I didn't.
You didn't, and then it happened.
And then it happened. So there you go, I'm a psychic.
And a psychic again. You would have taken my psychic powers and predicted.
Yeah, imagine that. I'm like, hey, Devontae. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed the case.
Another thing
I would have thought he would have gotten signed by like the Sharks or something, but still.
Is on the Powerscape account. Like 2 days in advance, you call the Dubois trade happening.
Oh yeah, the Dubois trade, that too. I said Dubois is getting traded by the weekend, and he got traded that Saturday.
He got traded that Saturday. I woke up, and then within an hour,
the Hoffman, the DSP
for Lining and Rosovic. Like, oh, you did call it. He's.
You see right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says March 8th. I checked Devontae Smith-Pelly's reference page, and ironically, he got signed. That's so funny. It's like, I didn't know the Kings had interest in him or nothing. It was just coincidental. And he got signed. That was pretty nuts. Anyway, I guess we'll just go on here while TJ has to step away for a moment. I'll quickly go over some kind of old news. So Chris Godwin is getting franchise tagged by the Buccaneers. Smart move by Tampa Bay, not placing their franchise tag on Antonio Brown or Rob Gronkowski, and the Lions will not franchise tag.
Yeah, they will not franchise tag Galladay. In fact, I don't think anyone from Detroit got franchise tagged.
No, Detroit didn't give out a franchise tag, which is pretty nuts.
So among their free agents are Juju and Bud Dupree.
Yeah, they could become the Detroit Steelers, though.
Take them to Detroit.
They could become the Detroit Steelers. Let's go. And by the way, I just sent you my proof saying I visited DSP's page on March 8th.
who visited him.
In case you thought I was lying, I got my truth. I was looking for news to post about him. I actually visited his page on March 8th.
There is evidence for it.
There is evidence. I do not lie. I post truth. Oh boy. Anyway, moving on. I guess we could talk about the New Orleans Saints blowing up. They released Janoris Jenkins. They put their franchise tag on Marcus Williams. But we're here to talk about good old Emmanuel Sanders and Quan Alexander. I guess we could start with Alexander first. He only ended up playing, 6 games with the Saints?
Yeah, I think 6 games.
The market again?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It was looking like such a good trade dealing, with the 49ers, especially trading for Kiko Alonso, who, mind you, Alonso got cut later that week. The Saints won the trade, but they could have won it even better. And Quan Alexander just had kind of a disappointing year. And it's really no surprise he's getting released. I think one team will certainly want to overpay in free agency. It may be Detroit, honestly, but take him to Detroit. I mean, Detroit might have the salary cap to bring him in, and they actually do need a linebacker not named Reggie Ragland. So,
yeah,
why not?
The ones that haven't played for the Patriots.
And then Emmanuel Sanders. Patriots may pick up Emmanuel Sanders. I'm not going to lie. I heard reports that the Ravens were interested, but I could see
they're trying to bring back key players, including left tackle Trent Williams and the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh, yeah, San Francisco.
San Francisco. Wait, why does this mock draft have Justin Fields dropping all the way to 24? What level of blasphemy?
Fields is getting taken in the top 5.
What level of blasphemy was that person who was
I don't even watch college football that much, and even I would know Fields shouldn't be drafted that low.
I mean, I actually...
Okay, well, do they have Mac Jones ahead of him?
I think he did.
Oh, no.
Blasphemy.
Oh, boy. Well, where do you see Emmanuel Sanders going? I've heard rumors they might go to the Ravens, but I think he'll either sign with the Patriots or the Chargers. I think he would fit well with the Chargers. Where do you think he's going?
Emmanuel Sanders, I mean, this might be a dream, but there's a chance that I see the Packers getting either Sanders or Will Fuller.
Will Fuller? I think Will Fuller would make more sense for the Packers.
Yeah.
Because I think Will Fuller, he should go to the Packers. I think if anything, Will Fuller is going to the Ravens, if any of those receivers are going. But I would say
the Ravens are going to find a way to trade for Allen Robinson or get Antonio Brown. And
so they might get Antonio Brown and have the brothers play together. That's true.
You mean cousins? They're cousins, not
cousins.
Brothers.
Sorry, not brothers. Cousins.
Right,
whoops,
sir.
My fault. Fact check, cousin. Whoops. On to other news. The Houston Texans have not learned from the David Johnson experience, and they are still overpaying old running backs. Mark Ingram, the newest addition, on a $3 million deal.
1 year, $3 million. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but still not what you want to sign. Like, you were better off without him. I mean, I would have rather re-signed Duke Johnson than signing Mark Ingram. Because Duke Johnson is a great receiving back.
Watson somehow stays. This is about to be and just go off. It's supposed to be Ingram.
MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Beemore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh. Yes, sir.
Where'd you get Big Trust 2.0?
Big Trust 2.0. That's truth. That's truth. Moving on, 49ers re-signed corner Emmanuel Mosley to a 2-year, $10.1 million deal. Underrated corner, good contract.
Yeah, that's not a bad contract.
It's not a bad contract because he's the corner 2. He plays like a corner 2, and this is a pretty modest contract. Good job, San Francisco.
He didn't overpay.
You
Now,
didn't overpay like the certain other starting cornerback you have on your team.
Well, now
Sorry,
he's a
Richard Sherman.
dog. Because he's a free agent right now. Well, almost a free
That's
agent.
true. Yeah, don't bring him back, 49ers. You're
Don't
better
bring
off without
Richard
him.
Sherman. We're not in 2014 anymore.
I'm the best corner of the game. You're gonna try me with this other
No.
receiver like Crabtree?
No, I might get some hate. It's people say, "Oh, bias," but the best corner in the league currently is not Jalen Ramsey, it's Jair Alexander.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Whoever's saying that it is Jalen Ramsey,
Thank you.
must have been drinking.
Jalen Ramsey is incorrect. And you know what else is an incorrect answer? Stephon Gilmore. That's an even worse answer than Ramsey.
Yes.
Gilmore was the best corner in the league 2 years ago. Keyword 2 years ago.
What
Words.
was and
Was. And keyword also was.
after last, not this, not after this season.
Bucks are down.
Last
He had like 3 interceptions
he was
this
the
year.
top after last season. Yes. But how
You know,
he fell off this year.
we're talking about Packers and corners. Maybe the Packers want to have a reunion with this man, Casey Hayward.
Bring him
Chargers
back.
released him yesterday afternoon.
Bring him back.
Bring him
Also,
back.
Ironically, it was 5 years to the day that he signed with the Chargers that he got released.
That's pretty
Fun
funny.
fact.
That's pretty funny.
Bring him back.
You know, I like Casey Hayward, though, and he's definitely going to get a contract. I'm trying to think. I could see the Browns signing him, honestly. Because I feel like the Browns' secondary, other than Denzel Ward's, kind of mediocre. So, Casey Hayward to the Browns. Why not? They signed him on like a 2-year deal. Did you see that, or you think I'm crazy?
I mean, I could possibly see it.
Possibly see it? Okay.
I could possibly.
And then the Trey Turner experiment for the Chargers didn't go well at all.
Yeah, went terribly.
That went terribly because,
Terribly as expected.
yep, he's getting released. He's going to get picked up. I could see, since the Giants released Kevin Zeitler, I could see Turner going to the Giants. Maybe not. We'll see. But
Jags, please overpay for him.
Giants, please overpay for him so we can laugh when we do our next episode.
Do that so we can laugh at Gettleman.
Oh, yeah, we have to laugh at Dave Gettleman.
We have to laugh at David Gettleman.
Gotta laugh at David Gettleman.
That's our tradition. Every year, move has to be made that we laugh at Gettleman for. Gettleman is the NFL's Mark Bergevin. Prove us wrong.
Well, we are narrowing down on topics here. MLB right fielder Nick Markakis has retired after 15 seasons. He, of course,
Orioles
was a member
legend.
of both the Orioles and the Braves. And honestly, he had a pretty good career. I mean, kind of rough the last few years, but he was pretty good in his prime.
Yes, Orioles legend too.
Also, more baseball-ish news. Apparently, there might be a new rule package coming out starting this year that could be banning the shift. Thoughts on that?
That's pretty nuts, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't agree with it. Do you agree with it?
I mean, I thought that the only thing that for the rule change I would have had just keep with this year was a universal DH. I don't know how the MLB decided not to keep it. It actually made the game fun, but they decided to keep it the 7-inning doubleheaders, which I get that. So as long as you have to deal with 2 9-hour games in the I said 9 hours. I said 9 hours.
Well, theoretically, they could be 9 hours. If they go into like 15 innings, they could go up to 9 hours.
It could.
That's nuts. And I guess while we're at it, obviously spring training is going on.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, 2 playoff teams have done horrific in the spring training. the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros.
Wait.
Listen, I know spring training, no need to panic, none of that stuff, but I'm a bit surprised that they are struggling this much. Both teams, and TJ's getting the trash can.
You knew I had to get the trash can. You knew I had to get it. This tradition.
Oh my god, that was awesome! Like, and he's getting the trash can. And then hey, listen, at least the Astros are currently beating the Nationals 3-0.
I mean,
They're so getting revenge from that World Series now.
they're actually beating the Nationals. I wonder why. Get used to this, Astros fans. You'll be seeing a lot of Betsy from now on. Also, yes, I just referred to the can as Betsy. Why? I don't know. Comedy. That's why.
Looking at the Astros, they seem to have played the Cardinals quite a bit so far, and the Mets. And then let's just take a look at the White Sox real quickly.
NHL. The only game that's happening right now is Wild and Coyotes. That game is tied 1-1. Phil Kessel with the goal for the Coyotes. Victor Rask with the only goal for Minnesota.
Also, this will make you happy. The White Sox got rocked on March 8th to the Dodgers 8-zip.
Also, Cam Talbot's in net.
Cam Talbotson for the Wild today. Oh, good lord.
Yeah. It is Talbot against Toronto, if I'm correct. Yeah, against Toronto. And Alabama won the SEC title. Because what else do you expect from Alabama?
Let me put on my shocked face. Insert Pikachu meme.
Insert the Pikachu meme because they cannot stop the dominance of Alabama. Now we're going to win it all in March Madness. That. You're just getting memes. You're just getting memes.
Yes, we are getting memes.
You showed those.
Yes, we are getting the memes.
Yes.
Fluster Sports Zone, we have the memes. Arby's, don't copyright us.
Don't copyright us.
Last baseball topic for today. Yankees pitcher Zach Britton has undergone left elbow surgery, and he will likely miss 3 to 4 months.
That is what we call biggest oofus.
Oh, okay.
All right. Also,
I would say it's all right, but now that you got rid of James Paxton, I don't know.
Yeah, you got rid of
Yankees pitching's looking kind of meh.
While we've decided to bring up memes and lots of it.
Oh, we got a meme right here. Oh, well, that too. Therefore, you can see it. He's trying to tick me off with the little, here's the reason why you should follow TJ. I agree with a lot of stuff he's posted here, but the one that concerns me the most is he thinks Daniel Jones is better than Gardner Minshew. That concerns me.
Also, to that, if you saw the Homestead stream, you'd get the reference.
You would get the reference if you've seen our Miami Homestead stream.
Yes. Also, correction, it should be the, since I'm now the, or the, if you want to be specific. The _.
Yes. But speaking of memes, Jordan Bennington.
Jordan Bennington.
Not a meme himself, but this contract. 6 years, $36 million.
6x6, which I mean, fair value, lengthy term.
Fair value.
That.
I would have honestly gone for 4 years, $24 million instead, or a contract around there. But it's not a terrible contract. I ain't gonna hate on it. I feel like, though, unless you're a Blues fan, you're not that satisfied about the offer, though. Like, the Blues fans are happy they re-signed him. But other than that, I feel like,
yay, we re-signed. Bruins fans, grains of salt.
well, we got 3 more topics left. They're all NFL related. So let's knock him out of the ballpark here.
Trade 1.
Early up, trade 1. Well, the other 2 things we have are re-signings, but the Texans did trade linebacker Nardrick McKinney and a late-round pick to the Dolphins for linebacker Shaq Lawson. They also get a late-round pick in return. Shaq Lawson's the better player now, but I feel like since Lawson's a little bit older, McKinney much younger, much cheaper, the Dolphins are going to win this trade in the long run.
Yes.
But I feel like Lawson will have a better season next year. But, you know, it's a pretty good contract, or a pretty good trade. And then lastly, 2 Buccaneers signings. First things first, the Buccaneers give Levante David the money he deserves. 2 years, $25 million, $20 million guaranteed. I mean, how do you not repay a man handsomely after that playoff run he had?
Exactly.
Yep, smart move re-signing there. And then last but not least, our last topic for the episode, Tom Brady signed a 1-year deal with the Bucs. He's staying until the end of the 2022
I
season.
don't know why, but which kind of confuses me a little bit because at first I heard reports saying that it was a 4-year.
I know. I've seen reports of that too. I was hearing it's a 4-year deal, but then I'm only seeing, he just extended through 2022.
Yeah, like
This is weird.
This is what SportsCenter put up like 20 minutes after. Tom Brady reached an agreement with the Buccaneers on a 4-year extension that voids to a 1-year extension. Oh, wait, it voided to a 1-year. Oh.
Right.
Oh.
He structured his contract so he'll just be there until the end of 2022.
Oh. Okay, now I can see why. Apparently, I just decided not to read it. That works.
They embraced it with the Bucs through 2022. So there's like 2 more Super Bowls. Tampa, kidding. Haha.
Watch the Bucs decide just to repeat. But the only thing they were missing, and if you saw the first Buccaneers America's team, you understand what I mean. When they won the Super Bowl, you needed to first get John Gruden, and you needed Bon Jovi. Know why?
Well, we're halfway.
No, that wasn't the song I was playing. They were playing "It's My Life" when the Bucs won their first Super Bowl. You need to rewatch that America's team, sir. Or
America's team. I haven't seen their America's team. I haven't seen their America's team because I had the actual DVD up in my room. I have the actual 2002 Buccaneers championship DVD in my room. So why would I watch America's game when I can just watch that?
America's game, I meant. Why did I say
America's game? I know what you meant. America's game. I like America's game though. I like the NFL Network doing that.
Yes. Just a shame that it's only on like 1 time a year now.
I know. Well, you can't get them for free on demand.
Well, I think they're still up on demand. I think I think it expired actually. Because I remember watching all of them like 2016 and it said that it expired in 2021.
No, I watched a couple ones. I think my favorite America's game was when the Jets won Super Bowl III.
Oh, let me see.
Because that was just Joe Namath being a boss.
NFL.
That entire time. That entire documentary was just Joe Namath being a boss.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. Rip.
It's not? Damn, no.
It's not there anymore.
But yeah, I would say probably my 3 favorite America's game or America teams. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, the John Gruden just had me dying because it just kept showing clips of him at practice just yelling.
I'd probably say the Super Bowl III Jets, Super Bowl 36 Patriots, and probably like 2006 Colts. I like that one too. I'd probably say those are my 3 favorite America games. What are your 3 favorite ones, I guess?
It's hard for you to choose because I haven't seen it in a while.
I know. I just pretty much just went with the three that went like first in my head. Like I think the ones I just watched more than once.
Yeah. Also, oh look, there's a New England thing I saw. It's like I'm not even a minute long, but it's funny. If you have not seen Wyatt's World, then missing out. This man's funny. That's his channel name. All right. Anyway, here's the 39-second long nonsense in New England video.
Hey, Bill, great news. We just re-signed Cam Newton for you. You did what? Yeah, we got Cam Newton back. We heard you on the phone talking about how much you miss your MVP and you wanted him back and you wanted everything to go back to normal. Yeah, I was talking about Tom. Oh, you were talking about Tom. He just signed an extension with Tampa, actually. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Bill, I think Cam is really going to turn it around this year. I don't want Cam. Cam's not that bad, Bill. He's actually just right out here. Hey, Cam, come on. Hey, Coach Belichick, ready for another good year of football.
I wonder every quarterback back. Oh, I meant Brady. Oh no, you got the.
Also, this is why I was laughing. This was legit the ending.
Cam's not that bad, Bill. He's actually just right out here. Hey, Cam, come on.
Oh, I watched this guy
Hey,
sometimes.
Coach Belichick, ready for another good year of football.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory. Headshot.
Headshot. Flawless.
Headshot.
Also, what's funny is I think I realized this. The most we had on was 11 people. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. Especially next week, we're gonna start advertising. So
Got to start advertising it. If we did this without advertising, then we start advertising, and then we got this.
there we go. We got wait. Yeah, don't worry. We will be having guests on the show as well.
Yes.
Whether the full time or for certain topics to be determined, but ultimately we will be having guests because we know it's a 2-hour program. I mean, over 2 hours. I mean, hey, listen, busy days will be going for like 3 or 4 hours. Who knows, right?
Yeah, maybe it'll be like Power Skate. Maybe it won't. I mean, there's a time that I was a guest for like 4 straight weeks, and then they're going out.
And then we're just like, oh, hey, new co-host. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll expand. Maybe we will expand. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just have.
I mean, it's
Yes.
still the first episode. It's too early.
Still the first episode. We're still working out the kinks. I'm going to attempt to build an intro for us. You may have to play it because your computer has volume, but we will still try to get the intro ready. I'm also going to have to find music where YouTube won't copyright me, so.
Okay.
I just have to look up not copyright music or whatever, which shouldn't be a problem. But I guess before we end the episode, we got a NASCAR race starting right now. And it is the Pennzoil 400. We are going to give our predictions and then wrap up this broadcast. How about that? So give me your top 5. Oh, wait, you're muted. Hold up.
No, I got it. Top 5 is, they're at ISM Phoenix. Kevin Harvick is the king at that track. My prediction, Kevin Harvick will win today, especially after the rough race that he had last week.
Right.
Top 5 at 10. Chase Elliott will get second.
Okay.
Kyle Larson will get third. Michael McDowell's going to get fourth and maintain that dominance that he's had. Michael McDowell going to get fourth. You love to see it. And then Kyle Busch will get fifth. That's my
Kyle Busch will get fifth. Okay. I got Harvick in first, Truex second, Tyler Reddick in third. Let's go, Reddick. Fourth, I got Denny Hamlin. And fifth, I have Joey Logano. So Pennzoil sponsors finishing fifth.
That is not bad. And also, before we go, this is just a thing, basically new. Well, way to sign off. Also, again, this is also going to be kind of fun, at least for me. The viewers might hate this, but here goes nothing. Why is
There
there
we go.
nothing, you may ask? You may ask that. You will see why in a second. Okay, it's up, though. You will enjoy this, though. See? Basically, all the salt from the Bruins fans. We enjoy the salt. All the Bruins and Boston fans, we enjoy the salt.
I ain't salty. I ain't gonna be salty till the Bruins get eliminated.
New sign up.
Why do we have one? I'm never gonna give you up playing right
Yeah,
now.
we're thrilled.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
Quality.
Oh God, that is how
There's
you
your
wrap up the
highlight
season
of the
premiere. That is how you wrap up the season premiere right there.
Yes.
Oh boy. I'm Rand Fluff from Floodsters Sports Zone, along with TJ Chamberlain.
AKA
Listen,
the master now. AKA the psychic, AKA 1,000 other nicknames.
yes, the facts. And remember, you got to follow TJ on Instagram, because if I don't post something, he's going to post it anyway. So you go follow his Instagram at the_classically_famous_TJ.
Almost at 1K. Get it by May.
Almost at 1K. And I'm knocking on the door for 1.5K. So nice.
Yeah.
We grinding. Also, just hit my 5,000th Instagram post yesterday. So woohoo.
You post a
Anyway,
lot.
that's a lot. But hey, daily sports news commitment. I love it. And well, now that I'm doing the talk show, we are. So I'll be posting even more on that. But until next week, well, I guess until Power Skate.
No power.
See you guys later.
No, that's on a different channel. That is.
That's on a different channel. Go subscribe to Power Skate. See me,
Power
DJ, and Alex Stossel talk about hockey for an hour because that's a lot of fun.
To me being a psychic. Pretty much.
Innocent being a psychic. We'll bring trivia onto this show too. I unfortunately got to go up.
You're doing tier lists and stuff, though. We're still doing that.
We're doing tier lists and stuff. We're making up for it.
Yes.
As the green flag is out, NASCAR race underway. Harvick in the lead. That's a good way to sign off. How about that?
Yeah, that's a way to sign off.
Go Ryan Blaney. And he wants Kyle Busch to win, so I'd be satisfied if either of them won.
Harvick was my prediction.
Oh, look at this on the inside. Oh, goodness. This is 3 wide in turn 1, eh? Or turn 3.
Already too early for this. Way too early for this.
God, Harvick's about to get spun up by Truex. Byron leads lap 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day. We'll see you next time or Wednesday, whatever program you watch.
Whatever you watch.
Wherever you watch.
Whatever you watch.